The difference in the generation of women now than the generation of women before is that the generation of women before would make you think about what they had. The generation of women now, matter of fact, you see what they have before they get close up on you. And the thing you got to understand is that parades ought to be private. In other words, there are some clothes you ought to wear in your house and not in the commonwealth of your community. You don't want to walk with me. You don't want to walk with me. Bless God. My wife got some clothes that she wears in the house. They are house clothes. Wish I had some help in here. There's a reason why they call it a house coat. You're to wear it in the house. There's a reason why they call them house shoes. They are to be worn in the house. Nobody want to see you with big rollers in your head wrapped up with a bandana with your house coat on and your house shoes. Keep them in. Some parades ought to be private. And that's what we got to learn to teach our daughters, is that some stuff you just don't wear. The reason why he will not respect you is because he recognizes you don't respect yourself. And in that he recognized, listen, the thing, I used to sell real estate years ago. And one of the things that they taught me in real estate, that the type of house that you sell or have will determine the type of client that you get. In other words, a $30,000 house will draw a $30,000 tenant. A $50,000 house will draw a $50,000 tenant. A $100,000 house will draw a $100,000 tenant. A $250,000, $500,000, $750,000. A $1 million house will draw a $1 million tenant. Now, if the wrong jokers keep showing up to your house, you wonder why every derelict, every bald head, every snagger tooth, every peg leg, every crutch walking, every snuff dipping, I'll find you after a while. You want to know why nobody good ever shows up to your house? Because you got a free rent sign in the window, and when you put a free rent sign in the window, every derelict and his mama will come to your house. Parades should be private. There's some stuff that my wife will wear in the house, but then there's some other stuff that she'll wear just in the room. I wish I had some help in here. Which simply means that this is not even for the children's eyes to see. Baby, it's for my eyes only. The parade ought to be private. It ought to be private. Even if he drunk, what you got to learn to do is to tame him, that even though he drinking, don't ask that. Some of you in here are not married to save men. And so you've got to set the example for him for what is expected. And not only must you set the example for him, if you got a daughter, you better set the example for her. Because now let me tell you this, association brings a simulation. She will think that this is the way a woman is supposed to act because that's the way mama act. And even though you never opened your mouth and told her that, you didn't have to tell her that because she saw what you did. Parades ought to be private. That's number one. That's why she wouldn't come. She said, you're not going to treat me like, first of all, parades are private. But then second of all, check this out. Standards shouldn't be changed. Standards shouldn't be, write that down, standards should not change. Standards, standards shouldn't, let me encourage some of my married sisters. Just because you married and lost your last name doesn't mean you lost your identity. I wish I had some help. Let me say it again, because you didn't hear me. Just because you lost your last name did not mean that you lost your identity. And something is wrong when you need a man to make you complete. Wait a minute. I heard, because I've been hearing some of y'all, I found him and now I just feel as though I'm complete and he make up the difference in my life. He ain't Jesus. The Bible said, wish I had some help here tonight, that when God made us, we were fearfully and wonderfully made. And when God made us, he said it's good and very good. I don't care how big your nose is, you're still good. I don't care if you got some junk in your trunk, you're still, oh God, you're still good. I don't care if you're a 16 ounce or a 2 liter. If God made you, he broke the mold. Better to hold you with. You around here one time, you anorexic. All dried up, anemic. Your eyes the biggest thing on your body. Wish I had some help in here. You so skinny you can slip under the door. And now he tell you he like somebody big bone. You done gone from eating Jenny Craig to hot dog. You're not hearing me. You ain't hearing me. Just all over the place. Man, find you somebody that can go your speed. Yeah, some of us done hooked up with these cats and they too slow. Oh, God. Let me just take this sidebar right here. Don't ever give a man the script to your life. I would really like you if you go to church, if you would just start going to church. Maybe so guess what he do? He go borrow his grandmama Bible. Got his grandmama name on it. You all excited. He came to church. Anybody walk in church with a coffee table Bible, you know something. Lord, give me.